No, it's certainly a pleasure to be here today to talk about Black History Month on the panel. The theme for the month of Black History Month is Black Health and Wellness, and it's certainly a pleasure to be here and speak to all of you today on Black History Month. Black Americans have fought and served in every war since the Continental War.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Effa. I'm a chaplain candidate, so sometimes you'll see me working at the chapel with Chaplain King.
Good morning, everyone. Captain Roberts, Provost Marshal here at Camp Darby. I'm excited to see you guys and talk to you for a little bit under an hour today. So I'll start it off with a little bit about myself. Born and raised in Maryland. I'm from Lanham, Maryland. The best assignment I've had so far that I've been to is Hawaii, which is what I got. I've gone to active duty in 2017. Then after Hawaii, I went back to Missouri here, and then I came here in Italy. So that's a little bit about myself.
So I'm also from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm from Georgetown, DC, and then I grew up, I moved from there to Upper Marlboro, Maryland, which is a little bit outside of DC, but I went to school in Annapolis. My background is primarily aviation. So I went there, studied aeronautical science and aviation safety and air traffic management. There was one soldier, she was just not having it. She was struggling a lot because it was her first duty station, so similar to you guys. But for her, being in Korea was really taxing on her. And we didn't have our unit chaplain up there. He was 6 hours south. So he knew I was at the chapel a lot and was on the praise team and all of that stuff. So he's like, hey, do you mind going to the barracks and just chilling with her? I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and talk to her. And she shared that she wanted to take her life just because this is a big change for her. This is new. She doesn't know why she did this, blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of stuff that obviously you guys experience. Like your first duty station is all new, especially your first duty station being overseas. Obviously, she didn't take her life, but it just opened my eyes to what service members go through.
I joined because I wanted to get through college, right? I was at South Carolina State University, a historically Black college and university. I had a friend of mine that was going down to a recruiting station, and I just happened to ask him where he was going. He told me he was going down and asked me to join him on the way. Which is exactly what I did with no intentions of joining. I enjoyed the fact that the Army and the Department of Defense was so far ahead of societal changes when it came to diversity and inclusion. Coming from South Carolina, where I grew up, where it's not as diverse, where racism is not whispered about, it's in your face. My father, who was a carpenter, had built our home, the home that my mother still lives in, when we were a kid. And as we were growing up and they were building the house, on the weekends, we'd have the Ku Klux Klan set fires from across the street or just across the street from where we were building our home.
So we in the MP Corps have like a lot of diversity. We have the highest numbers of females within a certain MOS. I believe it's 33%. We also have a diverse group of people with different backgrounds. So that enhances not only our policing, but also our MOS. So we have people from different backgrounds policing overall and making the MP Corps. So I've had different type of leadership and different type of subordinates. And really, when we join together, we're pretty much all the same. And I hadn't had any bad experiences with diversity issues or anything along those lines in the MP Corps, because we all have a commonality, which is we're both all, what you guys said, cops, what you think of cops. And we all come from different backgrounds, we all come together typically. So that's my experience overall.